Hello, guys, and welcome again to this edition of Learning with Rich. So, in this topic, let's continue our discussion about the Revit Architecture Certified Examination Review, and we'll be continuing our exercise from the last exercise that we did. So, we're going to pick up from there. So, on our last exercise, this is what we did. So, we created a topo surface, and then after that, we have used the split surface tool. So if you remember that, we created first this topo surface, and then after that we split. On my previous exercise, we split the road, we split surface the park, okay, and then we also separate this portion. And then the last part of the exercise, we change the material of our park, okay. Now for this exercise, I'm going to show you how to create a building pad, how to use the building pad, as well as how to use the subregion to create your lane. All right? Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to open my site plan here. This is my site plan. As you can see, I already have label here for the building pad. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. So in this exercise, I'm going to use these site tools on my topo surface, and then we'll be creating building pad and subregion. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to zoom in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the building pad. So definition, it adds a building pad from a closed loop that you sketch on a topo surface. So one thing that you need to remember during the examination, so make sure you have a topo surface in your model. You will not be able to create your building pad if you don't have topo surface, and make sure that the sketch that you will be drawing is closed. Okay, so make sure it's closed. All right, because in examination, the examiner there, or I mean the computer will ask you to create a building pad. So this is basically how to do it. So I'm going to use the building pad here. Okay, and then this is my guide, the building pad. So I'm just going to use here the pick lines tool, and then all you have to do is to create or follow the AutoCAD drawing sketch on your Revit project to create your building pad. So just like that. So make sure it's close. Okay? No intersection, no overlapping. All right? So that's how you create your building pad. So after you create the sketch, it's very simple. So you just need to select finish. Okay, so this is the problem. You see, lines must be in closed loop. So make sure this is closed. So it's not closed. Okay, so I need to create line here. So I'll just continue. So just need to create line here. There you go. Okay. And then I'll just need to select your finish edit mode to create my building pad. So that's how you create your building pad. So usually this is where you create your model. Okay, so this is your site model, and then this is where you create your model. So this is where you start your design on your building pad, right? So in the 3D view, this is how it looks like. There you go. You can still select your building pad there if you want to modify the boundary. So you can select edit boundary, but much better to go to site plan to edit the boundary. You select the building pad and then just select edit boundary, and then you will be going back again to the sketch option, okay, wherein you can change the shape of your building pad, but that's not what I'm gonna do. Okay, and another thing, if you select again your building pad, okay, you select your building pad, you can check out also the properties here. As you can see, you can change the material just like your topo surface. You can change the material, and also you can see here the projected surface area, the projected area as well as the surface area. Okay, during the examination, I remember previously when I took the examination way back, I think 2015, there's this question that as I need to create a top surface, and then you just need to check there what is the projected area or or the surface area. Okay, that's how simple the question back then. So you just need to create the topo surface, and then it will ask you what is the projected area or the surface area. So all you have to do is to select your topo surface, and then you look at the properties. You can now see here the answer. If it asks for projected area, there you go. If it asks for surface area, there you go. All right, so it's here on the properties. Now, another option that you can check out here is when you select your building pad. I can select the building pad. Building pad. Yeah, okay. So this is the building pad. So you can check there the perimeter, the area, as well as the volume. You can also change the height offset from the current level here. So as you can see, it's 0. You can still raise your building pad or lower it down if you want. You can modify it from here. Okay? Right. Next. So for the next exercise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a lane. Okay? So let's say that will be the path for a vehicle. Okay, so I want to create a lane on my topo surface. For me to be able to do that, so I need to use here subregion. Okay, it defines an area within a topo surface. So creating a subregion does not result in separate surfaces. It defines an area for which you can define different properties such as the materials. As you can see, that's the lane of the vehicle, or it's a path, okay, using a subregion. So let's create our subregion. Okay, so let's create our lane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the subregion. I click the subregion, and let me just cancel this first and then check my units. For manage, there's my units. Okay, so my current unit is in meters. Okay. Right, so going back to my massing inside, subregion. Okay, I'm going to use the peak lines option. Okay, so I want to offset this line here. So I'm going to add an offset distance here of, let's say 6 meters. Okay, so 6 meters. I'm going to offset that to the right. Right. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to offset also this line below 6 meters. There you go. Okay, and then I'm not going to cancel yet my subregion because you need to create your subregion also close. It should be close, no overlapping, no intersection. All right, so I'm going to change my offset here. So let's say 9 meters, right? So 9 meters, and then after that, I'm going to offset this line here. There you go. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create an arc here. In AutoCAD, it's like a fillet. Okay, you fillet with radius here. So I'm going to change my offset here, or probably I use this tool, Fillet Arc. So Fillet Arc. Then I'm going to pick this. One, two. Okay, and then I'm going to change this to 4.5. There you go. Okay, so same with this portion here. Okay, so I'm going to pick here. One, two. Okay, let me do it again. One, two. 4.5. Okay. Okay, then after that, I'm going to offset. Okay, I'm going to offset these lines that I have created inside. So again, I'm going to use the peak lines option. Let's say the offset distance is 3 meters. Okay, and then I'm going to hover my pointer. Okay, to highlight all the lines that I have created, the connection. So I hover my pointer. I'm not going to pick yet, so I'll just hover my pointer, and then I'm going to press tab. Okay, and then I'm going to pick. There you go. And then I'm going to select here modify. Now, like what I have said, it should be close, No intersection, no overlapping. So I'll create line just to close these lines. Okay, there you go. Escape. I'll close this also. One, two, close. Hmm. Okay, then after that, I just need to trim that to clean the corners. So I'm going to use this tool. Okay, so you just need to clean up your sketch. So this is now my lane. All right, just make sure it's closed, no intersection, no overlapping. Then after that, you just need to select your finish. There you go. So that's your lane. Okay, so in 3D view, where is that? Okay, so all you have to do is to change the material so that it will looks like your lane. Okay, so you just need to apply material. So you just need to select that, and then after that, let's say I'm gonna change here the material. Okay, so I'll look for, do I have sand here? Sand. All right, so site sand, and then I select it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so little by little, our site model is beginning to finish up. Okay, so basically, this is how you create your building pad and then your subregion. So this is your building pad, then this is your subregion. So let me just go ahead and hide the AutoCAD drawing. Yeah, so I'll just hide the AutoCAD here. There you go. Okay, so this is our building pad. This is our subregion. So this is our lane. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, just put it on the comment section below. And don't forget to like my video, share it to your friends, and subscribe. Okay, so on my next exercise, I'm going to show you how to create a graded region and calculate the cut fill volume of our site model. Okay, until then, have a nice day.